So what will you be watching for then if we do this stopgap sort of measure? What are going to be the important pieces that you're watching in terms of Arkansas and the effects here? What's at stake for Arkansas?
Well, there's going to be a whole lot at stake. One is when you look at the discretionary spending, our state, and this is something that we all need to remember, our state for years and years we've been a net recipient of federal dollars. We pay a lot of taxes, everybody knows that, but Arkansas gets more back in taxes, in federal spending than we spend in taxes. So, for example, something like, we all know, Medicaid's a good example. We put one state dollar in, you get roughly 3 federal dollars that come in. That's a good deal for our state. So what we need to be very careful about as we go through this is as the pie shrinks, and it will shrink, our spending's going down, there's no doubt, everybody knows that, it's just a matter of how we're going to do it. As the pie shrinks, does Arkansas get killed in the process? And if we're not careful, the answer to that's going to be yes, because what will happen is, and this is typical inside the Beltway approach, is what happens is you get all the folks in Washington, they look at population. Well, Arkansas isn't a big, we don't have an NFL city here. I mean, you know, our biggest city is Little Rock, and it's about 200,000 people. And you know, we will lose on a lot of these formulas, these federal formulas that they're going to try to propose because they're going to be population based. And that's just not, that doesn't tell the whole story. So we're going to have to fight hard to keep, it's going to be a smaller pie to kind of keep our proportionate share of that pie. We're going to have to fight hard. You're going to see a lot of things that people like, for example, fire protection, police protection. The federal money going to those are going to be cut. Federal money going to education is going to be cut. Federal money going to highways is probably going to be cut. A lot of these things are popular. We need to make sure Arkansas doesn't get hurt in the process, or at least that when we do get hurt, everybody's going to get hurt some, that we get hurt in a proportional way. We don't get hurt more than other people. We don't bear it disproportionately. Entitlements. In Arkansas, we have about 525,000 people on Social Security and Medicare. And you know, as your viewers know, for most people in Arkansas, most of those people, that's all they have. They don't have big retirements or they don't have a whole big life savings, pensions. They don't have that. They have Medicare and Social Security. And so we need to protect that. I completely disagree with the Ryan budget plan on Social Security. I think it's not good for our state.